Hello friends, my name is Nitin. Today we will see the theory of NPSH. So while designing any pump, centrifugal pump, engineer have some thoughts in his mind. So I tried to cover some points which will help the engineer to decide how to calculate the NPSH. Okay, so let us start. What is NPSH? We will cover that. Secondly, we will cover that NPSH available and NPSH required. Then why we need to consider NPSH. Then how to calculate NPSH. What is NPSH? NPSH is net positive suction head. In simple language, it is a parameter which helps to design the pump, and in other language it is a pressure which helps the pump to get suction. Okay, so what is NPSH available and NPSH required? So NPSH available, in short, it can be defined as the absolute pressure at the suction port of the pump, or it is a pressure which is available at the pump suction which helps the pump to suck the feed from its source tank. So this will be the parameter which you have to calculate during your engineering work, or what we can say that it is depends on the physical location of the pump layout and etc. So what is NPSH required? It is defined by manufacturer. That is, when we have any standard pump, it have its own pressure requirement at its suction. This you will get from the pump supplier. Why we need to understand NPSH before selection of pump? Now we know that for working of any pump, we need some pressure at its inlet, that is suction. So if NPSH available, when you calculate NPSH available, it should be more than NPSH required. Basically, why this required? So NPSH required, it defined by the pump manufacturer. He will say that for working of this pump, it is my condition, so you have to fulfill that. So basically then it's our duty to provide that NPSH required. Okay, so when we calculate, it should be more than NPSH required. If there is no NPSH available properly as defined by vendor or pump supplier, there will be a cavitation. Cavitation, you can observe in the pump suction. Many times you have observed that there is a lot of noise like grinding or some marbles inside the pumps or some particles inside the pump. It indicates that it has some cavitation inside the pump. Secondly, loss of flow means capacity, you are not getting the proper capacity. It also indicates that you are not getting the proper suction. Third one is the damage to the pump due to the air traps inside the pump bubbles. It will damage your pumps and some impellers. So basically this happen because there should be a water inside the pump, but instead of that pump, the water plus air mixture is there. NPSH available calculation. How to calculate NPSH available? It is a somewhat calculation part. It is only the addition and subtraction of the given figures and the data which you have. So first we will see the terminology. HA. HA means it is absolute pressure on the surface of liquid. So basically when it is atmospheric tank, it is a 10.13 meter of water column. For calculation you can consider that. And what is HZ? HZ is the vertical height from the tank outlet to the pump suction. So you have to consider this distance only. Don't consider the height inside the tank. It will mislead you. So then HF. HF is the frictional losses inside the pipe. This you will get from the Darcy's equation or other equation. You can calculate these frictional losses, pipe losses basically, and the fitting losses which are inside the suction pipe. Then HV, it is a velocity head. Sometimes you will get some benefit of the HV, means due to the velocity of or fluid itself you are giving some positive pressure, so it will be HV velocity head, you can say that. uh, HVP. HVP with the absolute pressure of the liquid at the pumping temperature. So basically the vapor pressure of that liquid. It should be minus, means it will, when it is boiling liquid, the vapors tends to escape in the atmosphere. It will not go inside the pump. So it should be minus. So I have done some calculations here. How to calculate? It is a sample calculation. So we have formula that NPSH available is equal to HA plus minus HZ minus HF plus HV minus HVP. So let's start. Consider a tank at 50 degrees Celsius, and as you can see that there is a pump at outlet. The tank is located above 2 meters above the pump, and total distance from the tank outlet, it's 3 plus 2 meters, so total is the 5 meter. Most preferred unit to calculate NPSH is MWC, meter of water column, assume. So now for our calculation, we will assume that HA is 10.13, okay, HZ is the 2 meter height, okay, minus HF. Now we consider HF and HV, both these factor, as we have considered that there are very less frictional losses, but you have to calculate it from the Darcy's equation or other frictional losses equation. And there is another factor HVP, that is the vapor pressure. You have to minus at 50 degrees Celsius. I have calculated that 1.25. You will get this from the tables which are available on internet. In description box you can find the link, okay. So here I have some written some text that always consider the tank bottom to the pump suction distance, not to consider that 1 meter, you don't consider it. So when you do the subtraction and addition, you will get that NPSH available is 10.88. So now we can calculate NPSH available based on our site condition. So normally we are calculating it in meter of water column, because it is easy to calculate everything in meter of water column. And the supplier will also give his NPSH requirement in meter of water column, okay. So basically now we will conclude this. So NPSH required is the requirement from the supplier side, and NPSH available you have calculated. So it should be greater than, means NPSH available should be greater than NPSH required. So while designing the pump or designing your layout, you should consider these all these things in your engineering stage. So if you have any doubts or question, you can comment me anytime. We will I can reply you on that comments also. So thank you.